One shot at a time, one arrow in flight. One more lesson passed beneath the morning light.
Hey there, folks. Got a little project here today. So this was, these are 1022 DoubleKross mags from DoubleKross. Probably one of the most convenient ways for the kids to use for their shooting activities. Anyway, we are heading out to nationals in a few days, and I figure a few of these needed cleaning. Well, actually all of them needed cleaning, but a few of them actually needed new green springs. So kind of step through this a little bit, and you can follow along. Alright, so first and foremost, hey, this little kit right here is key from TK. Got your Allen key in here that you need, and this thing here is really what it's all about. Little guide that comes with it as well, but I rarely use that. Sometimes I do, but at any rate, double crosses are easy. You're gonna basically get into that Allen key. Easiest way to take off spring tension for me is just keep your hand over this side of it and give a push, and you'll see it unwinds really quickly and kicks itself out there. You don't have to worry about anything flying. Once again, I just kind of, for the second one, you kind of got to keep a pinch on it. See if I can show this here. I'm going to push through. I don't know if you caught that or not, but she spins out, she's done. So then both the spindles come out. Then you're going to take cover off. Pull out both the feed lips, and they come out pretty easy. It'll fall right off. Piece of cake. And then you got your two carriers in there. And if you can see on the inside of this, pretty nasty. 22 is fairly dirty anyway, but then you get your wax and whatnot built up in it. Everything comes off. Things start to slow down. Then you get feed problems, jam problems, and everything else. So this is my little secret combination to cleaning these things. So breakthrough technology. Give a spritz wherever I got some carbon or gunk. I'm going to replace these springs, so I'm pulling these old springs out. And just simply grab on the. Whoop. They actually make that noise every time too. So I got my new springs here. These springs I'll put on the used pile over there. Give everything that's got a little nastiness on it a little spritz. Feed lips, same thing. You don't need to let it soak for any amount of time. So like I said, once that's done, set that aside. I use a super fine brass brush. Gets the job done quick and doesn't hurt anything. Feed lips, just get in here, give it a little love. microfiber cloth, wipe the outside, then you take a tip of it, done. Same one for the next. Now these, you can kind of see that build up on them. This, again with the microfiber. I usually set them down so I got a little something to push against. And you just move your way around every ridge. Usually only half of them have that on there. The ones that have the ammo in it the longest. The very first one's fairly clean because that cartridge is only in there for a second. So that one's done. Forgot to give that thing a little spritz as well. Just walk your way around. And that's what you'll end up with is clean all the way around. This thing you just want to kind of let that waxy buildup come off of it. That's done. Then this, in these areas here, you can get them with the cloth, but a lot easier just to give them a quick brush here. That gets down in there faster than my finger and the microfiber can. It really gets layered up in there. So you end up getting that cleaned out as much as you can. Now you tackle this inside. That's just a little bit of doing all over wipe. This is what we end up with. All shiny. But here's the secret weapon. So I'm going to drop a link to this stuff. Breakthrough I like this. It really cuts everything down. It's got a little degreaser in it as well. It seems to take the wax out really nice. And it's got a little oiliness to it, so it kind of sticks to everything. That works well for this. But here's my secret right here. It's not really my secret, but speed wax. This stuff is some good stuff. All my mags get a coat of that. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. Doesn't need to sit on there for any amount of time. I just kind of knock the excess off. That's the end of the microfiber. Assembling, fairly easy. Big hole, big pin. Don't put them in upside down like I always do. They won't go in. Pretty easy. Same thing. Feed lips up, big notch, down in. That's how that goes back together. Now I got to put my new springs in. So there is a little crooked one, and then another one that get in here and have a good time with this. Then another one that just shoots out to the side. Then you got a little hole on the top. Crooked one goes down in first. You get it kind of lined up with the hole and start pulling very gently. Don't need to do it too hard. And she'll walk right by that little hole and drop in. Should be secured in the hole, but still loose, not binding on anything. Then you're just going to take and drop them in. Let them settle into their respective holes down there. Get your cover. Side that has the kind of the inset stays out. Flat side in. And you really can't screw it up, because if you put it in the other way, it ain't going to line up. Got a couple holes on here that line up with the holes on here, or the post on here. That's it. Now, here's probably the biggest pain in the butt. And it's not really a pain in the butt. Look at that. I nailed that thing right off. So there's a little hole on the underside of that nut that receives that little crooked wire. You're going to get this guy, kind of fits down over top. You're going to move it until you're at kind of a top dead center. Once you're there, Then you're going to count 8 flats. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now push in and turn just a little bit more, and it's going to seat. Get a finger over that, because she'll go when you don't want it to go. Shoulder bolt going to drop in. I give it a little massage here to get it settled in, so you're not, if you just jam it in, you're gonna knock that one little side spring out of its hole. Then you gotta take it apart, which is not a big deal. It's not the end of the world, but if you get any kind of resistance, something's wrong. So let me try this again there. Should go all the way in, seat itself, give it just a little, doesn't need to be much, just so it don't come loose. Then you move on to the second guy. Now this whole thing's all together, it's not going to come apart on you. So again, on the bottom of this thing, you'll never be able to see it. I can't even see it. But anyway, you're going to kind of point that in the direction of that little curly hook, that crooked hook. Sometimes it helps if you just keep it rotating with a little bit of pressure, and it'll find it. Eventually. There, once it's there, you'll see it kind of itself in there. It doesn't have to bottom right out, but you'll see it kind of seat in there. Again, over top. I'm going to give this a twist, pack it up a little bit. Right there's my top. So I'm start my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little bit more. It'll seat in there. Get a finger over it. Get your spindle. Get it in there. A little massage. A couple of turns. Throw your Allen to it. Give it a little there. Done. Get the second one here. This is the last of the batch that I did. I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them I did. Got them out.